Hello? Hello. What's going on, boys and girls? We're back for another Euro night live. This time, of course, it is Barcelona versus the main men, Eintracht Frankfurt. And I'm absolutely buzzing. I've just got back from work. A little bit tired. You know, I had quite a bit of stuff to do when I got back, design-wise. But we are here nonetheless, and there is about 10 minutes left in the first half before we, of course, get into the second half. A second half which is looking very, very meaty. Jack, how are you, my man? Come on, Rangers. A lot of other games as well. We will get the scores on the doors at half-time. Like I said, sorry I wasn't here from the start, but Rangers currently drawing 0-0 with Sparta Braga. Eintracht Frankfurt, of course, drawing with Barcelona. The early game of the day was Rasenburg Leipzig versus Atalanta, which was 1-1. And, of course, West Ham also drawing 0-0 with Olympic Lyon as Kostic whips it in. And Frankfurt could take an early lead here. And they have a penalty, do they? Oh, it's a shock. What a time to start. What a time to get in here. Eintracht Frankfurt with a penalty. And it could just be the upset of the tournament. The favourites to go all the way could be trailing in this first leg of the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Something that Rangers fans, West Ham fans, Lyon fans are all probably licking their lips at the prospect that I just need to get the stream over to the other window so I can read the chat. I can't actually see the chat this second. And here we go. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Wow, that's massive. Hi, Joe Depp. How are you all? Hi, all. And JT. Mike Kent needs... Oh, man. Don't even get me started on that Ryan Kent. I'm telling you, man. I'm actually going to fly over to Portugal and whoop your ass. Just so that Ryan Kent doesn't exist. Because I'm scared. All right? I don't even play the game and I'm scared. Yeah, that's how dangerous that man will be. I'm on holiday in Gambia right now. So the sun... in the sun, lol. So sorry if I disconnect. Mate. Don't worry. Enjoy the rays. Catch the rays. Enjoy the beautiful country of Gambia. Got a good friend of mine who's Gambian, who's always raving about the place, telling me to go over there and check it out. So enjoy it. Also, what is it like? You know, I've heard his side of it. Want to get another side? What's it like over there? I'm guessing it's nice and hot. It was 37 degrees here. Jesus Christ, man. Flipping heck. We get 37 degrees Fahrenheit here and we're gassed. Hang on a second. VAR. Oh, he's called the penalty away. Would you believe it? Dreaming of a +2. No. A +2. What, 90 rated? Absolutely no chance. It's too cold in Leeds right now. Yeah, tell me about it. It's just like Manchester. It's been absolute dross over here. But that's England for you. I'll tell you where it looks decent, though. Over in Germany, over in Frankfurt. Looks decent, you know? Doesn't look too bad over there, the weather. Really doesn't. Wait, let me see if I can get the Rangers game on the side as well. No. I don't really care about Leicester City versus PSV Eindhoven, to be fair. The Europa Conference League is it's a sticky one. Wait, a BT seriously not showing the... Oh, there we go. Braga versus Rangers. There we go. York weather was shocking today. Mate, I guess the further north you get, the worse it gets, doesn't it? So, yeah, like I say, can only imagine, because it was pretty poor where I was. It's this game so far hasn't been the most crazy, if I'm honest. Rangers did go 1-0 down, but it was ruled out for a foul in the box. Couple of ruled out decisions here earlier on in the games as Tavernier walks the ball off whilst they slowly, tepidly pass the ball round the back. Do Eintracht Frankfurt. Barcelona, really not their best showing so far. I was watching a bit of it while I was sorting some of my other work out. I was watching a bit of it on the side, and it didn't really seem like it was the most energetic, exuberant performance from Barca. Hopefully, for their sake, they can turn it around in the second half, get things going a bit more. Get the blood flowing, get the juices going, get a bit of G Fuel in their systems, and change things round. I know Leeds weather is terrible since I'm from Leeds. My friend told me Leeds didn't have very good weather, mate. Yeah. England is just a funny one, mate. It's just shit. It's just, England's just, I mean, it's a beautiful place. Wouldn't change it for the world. Absolutely love England, but yeah. Yeah, you get about 2 days of sun a year. How long are you in Gambia for? How long are you over there for? Now my Klosterman is upgraded +1 since last night. Wait, already? Because he kept a clean sheet. No, he didn't keep a clean sheet because he played. Oh, hang on a second. We have a goal in the Braga game. And Rangers are 1-0 down. Rangers are 1-0 down. Braga, the home side, leading in that one. It looked like an absolute rocket. I'm here for 2 weeks. Bye, JT. Bye, Sebastian. Thanks for dropping in very briefly there. Yeah, no, enjoy your 2 weeks, mate. That sounds like a blast. Because it is Easter holidays now, isn't it? So that's going to be a good 2 weeks for you, mate. Kent, man, I swear to God. Well, let's see what's happened here. Oh, my God. That is absolute car crash defending there. Calamitous defending. What are they doing? I mean, a great goal. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say great goal. It was a decent finish. It was a tidy finish into the right-hand corner by Abel Ruiz. But they opened up like a hooker's legs on the red light district. And they just opened the gap there. So easy for him to slide it through. In absolute acres of space, mate. I've seen less space in a 20-bed mansion. Question. Man United will be selling end of the season. Who, if any, would you buy? What do you mean they'll be selling? Like, they're selling a lot of their players? They're selling the club? Their club's going bankrupt? Please specify the question. Goldson at the back is a car crash. Mate, both of these defenses are a car crash right now. I'm not going to lie to you. That game has looked open. Fred. Oh, plays well. Absolutely not Fred. Actually, I think Fred would do a job, to be fair. I think Fred would do a job. But no. Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Pretty simple answer. Pretty simple answer to the question there. Cristiano Ronaldo. I'll take him any day of the week. Thank you very much. Players will be leaving with new manager. Well, I'll take Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, I'd take a Rashford. I would take a Rashford, absolutely. Absolutely, I'd take a Rashford. Rashford could get his way right into that side. A player who was in hot contention, and a lot of people drew some similarities to Rashford, especially what he was like early on in his career, is, of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the former Gunners man. And he's really he's hit the ground running at Barcelona so far, over for the Catalan Giants, but today he has been rather invisible. And if Barcelona are to get anything out of this game, we're going to need a big, big, big turnaround from him. As there's a scrap on the pitch there, Gabby not happy. And speaking of Pierre-Emerick, he absolutely blazes across the pitch there. That was... Jesus, man. Both games, there's just people rolling around all over the floor. I said it last night, JT. Rashford will leave to PSG as Mbappe goes to Real Madrid. I'm calling it. Maybe you don't even know where Mbappe's going. Mbappe's come out. He said, I might not even go to Real Madrid anymore. He said, I might stay at, what do you call it? I might stay at PSG. I might just chill there. Big chilling. Bing chilling. He's throwing a spanner in the works there. If he does stay at PSG, I think that would be a massive mistake for Mbappe. But would he get into that Real Madrid side right now with Karim Benzema flying? and firing on all cylinders, firing on cylinders that I didn't even knew existed. Every year, he just seems to get better and better. He's aging like one of the finest wines known to mankind. And you're not going to put Mbappe on the wing. You're not going to sign him for that much money and put him on the wing over and stunt the growth of a Vinicius Jr., who's one of Europe's best players right now. I know he's South American, but is playing in Europe. Well, I mean, yeah, but then you're going to have to put him on the right. You're going to have to... Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Benzema... Yeah, but then Rodrigo, his whole growth is going to be I mean, I guess Real Madrid, they don't really care. They can just afford to slide Eden Hazard, Bale, Rodrigo, all these kind of players on the bench. I guess it would work. But they want Haaland as well, man. They want Haaland. I mean, that would be a front three. That would be a front 3.5. Haaland, Mbappe, Vinicius. Woohoo! Now, that would be scary. But would it be a better move for him to go to Barcelona? Maybe fit better into the squad. Barcelona splashing the cash now. Really trying to rebuild their whole squad. And they're a really exciting project. Absolutely taking Real Madrid to the cleaners. Real Madrid, actually, funny enough, on the topic of them, very over-reliant on Mbappe. Very, very over-reliant on Mbappe. And, yeah, just once losing Mbappe, it just never really seemed to go the same for them. I did read earlier that Arsenal have contacted Leeds about details for everything. Yeah, that's a load of rubbish, mate. Everyone is. It's like everyone's coming in for Phillips, whether it be West Ham, Villa, Man U. It's just paper talk. It's just rumours. It's just rubbish put out there to either raise value of players or to make them seem like they're in higher demand than what they are, or to increase those negotiations, or to just throw spanners in the works. It's a load of smoke. Yeah. If he goes anywhere, he'll probably go to these boys right here, Barcelona. And if I was him, I mean, it's a no contest. I'd be going to Barcelona over Arsenal any day of the week. An absolute colossus of a football club. You don't realise how ginormous Barcelona are on a global scale. And hang on a second, speaking of ginormous, Adama Traore absolutely paces down the wing. Unable to get anything in there again, man. No movement in the middle from Barcelona. Static. Still. Like gone off milk. I tell you, man, because that's the amount of fluidity I'm seeing right now. Haaland is a City player. Nah, no chance. I don't know. I don't know if they pay that much money for Haaland, though. I don't know. It's Real Madrid that said they were going to go in for him. They said they were going to pay both him and Mbappe 800 grand a week, plus bonuses and all that jazz. Let's go Barcelona. Yeah, Viva la Couleurs. Viva la Couleurs. Poor performance from them so far. Lucky to not go 1-0 down. Potentially should have been given as a penalty. Of course, it was denied by VAR. Adjudged to be not a foul in the box. But I'm not so sure about it, man. Looked a little bit questionable, if you ask me. A little bit shifty. A little bit slim shady, if you will. And Barcelona right now, or rather Adama Traore for Barcelona, neither slim nor shady. Apparently hasn't worked out a day in his life. Yeah, right, mate. Yeah, right. That guy has been eating quite a few Tremboloni sandwiches, if you know what I mean. Because look at his legs, man. I said it once, I'll say it again. His legs actually send shivers down my spine. I'm surprised Frankfurt are defending it this well. It is still 0-0 and it has just hit half-time in the Barcelona versus Frankfurt game. By the way, Braga versus Rangers still going on. 2 minutes left of the 47 minutes in that one. 49 minutes, sorry. Let me just stop this score right now. Let me just get this primed and ready for the second half. Put it on like 45, 21. There we go. If we sold Rafinha to Barcelona, hopefully for the 65, 75 million mark, would you rather take all the money or some of the money and play a swap? If so, who? If Ousmane Dembele was an option, If Ousmane Dembele was an option, then I'd happily play a swap for him. But otherwise, I'm not too... I mean, I think Adama Traore has actually been very, very good for Barcelona this year. But I'm not too interested in the prospect of Adama Traore coming back over to the Premier League. I think the pace of La Liga seems to really suit his style of play. I don't know, because we don't have anyone that we'd be able to get that wouldn't be for the same price of him anyway, unless it was like a straight strop for someone like Ansu Fati or Gavi or Pedri, but we would never get them anyway. There's no one else that really interests me that aren't major stars for them. You know what I mean? As the Braga versus Rangers game is about to end, and I will just pull up all of the scores on the door. Sergio Dest, decent. Yeah, but decent right back. I don't care for him that much. You know, I'd just take the money and I'd invest it elsewhere. There's better right backs we can get. And speaking of a right back that I'd much rather have, I know he's old, so it would never really happen. He is playing right now for Rangers. It would be Tavernier. He's a Leeds fan as well, is Tavernier. So if I was to want anyone, it would be him. Tavernier, what a player though. Tavernier in the later years of his, well, not in the later years, he's only 31 odd years old, but for someone his age, he just, again, like Karim Benzema, just seems to be aging like a fine wine. Technically, from set pieces, he's brilliant. He's an absolute powerhouse back there. He's experienced. He's a great defender. He's got it all, man. Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe Ferran Torres, if we could get Ferran Torres out of it. Again, completely unlikely that we would be able to get Ferran Torres. So, just there's no one we could really get that's in a good position for them. Let me refresh all these scores, make sure I'm not missing anything. Here we go. Let me switch over here to the other games of the day. Vamos Culerajo. Of course, the early game, as I said, RB Leipzig versus Atalanta. Luis Muriel opening the scoring for the Italian, well, I was going to say Italian giants. They're not really giants at all. But, what the hell? Why is the chat down there? Where the hell's the chat going? Where the hell is the chat going? Hang on a sec. Hang on a tick. I think Rafa could be used as his carrot stick to sell Firpo. Just don't think Firpo is going to work. Yeah, but sell him where? We're not going to sell Firpo back to Barca. What we're going to say, oh, if you want Rafinha, you have to pay an extra 20 million and buy Firpo as well. That's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. We spent 15 million and you know, Firpo is there. I mean, Firpo did a decent job for Barcelona. When Firpo was at Barca before, I know it was kind of during Barca's demise, but he never really lived up to the potential, really. Which was funny. I was watching Patrick Van Straten, guy from Football Daily. He was talking about it, and he was digesting his stats, obviously, before he made the switch over. And he was saying, look, he's not going to be suited to a upper half table like Barcelona that like to play with the balls because of his stats. He's not the most comfortable on the ball. His ball progression numbers not necessarily the best, and he was saying it then, and I disagreed with him. I did. I verbally disagreed with him. I was saying, what the hell are you talking about, man? Because Firpo was, before he actually signed for Barcelona, one of the hottest prospects in La Liga. And unfortunately, when he did make the switch, things just started to go downhill for him. And now that he's come over to Leeds as well, I mean, Barcelona have just been lumping these bang average fullbacks over, haven't they? But if we feel bad that we've... well, actually, I don't want to be harsh on Firpo like that, because Firpo has showed a lot of quality. He's not as bad as the other fullback that they've shifted over, which of course was the one that shafted Tottenham Hotspur, Emerson Royale. The guy gets sent for a trick in Royale every 2 seconds. He is so bang average, it's unbelievable. How that guy played for Barcelona. I mean, this is just an indictment on where Barcelona have been. This is why Barcelona are sat right here on a Thursday night. Who would have ever thought that you'd be watching Barcelona on a Thursday night in the Europa League? And a Barcelona side struggling to beat Eintracht Frankfurt in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. I mean, they just... they've been in an absolute mess from top to bottom. Kind of like Everton, which we were talking about yesterday, where they just didn't know how, where, or why to spend their money. Just a complete mess from top to bottom, Barcelona have been. But like they say, they've got a new president in here. It's weird how they do it over in Spain. It's completely different to England when it comes to like owners. Obviously, Barcelona are kind of owned by the government, and then they have like a presidential election like every 4 or 5 years or something to bring a new guy in who's basically in control of everything and runs everything. It's very weird compared to the way everyone else does it. And I don't know how Real Madrid don't really seem to have it. Florentino Perez just chills there because Real Madrid are also funded by the goddamn government. Like, it's actually so mad. Hang on a second. What are they showing in this West Ham game? Oh, wait. Hang on a second. I didn't realize that. There was a red card in the West Ham game. Hang on a second. Is that who I think it is? It's Cresswell. It is. Damn. I didn't realize that. Cresswell's been sent off for the Hammers. 48th minute. So, like, it was right outside the box as well, you know. He's lightly pulled him back there. He was going in one-on-one. And he's lightly pulled him back. He's lightly tugged. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a red. That looks harsh to me. He's literally, like, grazed Dembele's elbow with his right hand. What the hell? Hello? Oh, my God. All my monitors just turned off. Yeah, he's literally lightly grazed Dembele's elbow with his right hand, and he's fallen down. Yeah, he was last man. He was lucky not to be given as a penalty, actually. I don't know. Yeah, that... all my monitors just turned out off there. That was really weird. If you're wondering why the screen just went black for a second there. Not even Everton would take Firpo. So will Rafa get our player of the year? Well, he should do. He definitely should do. If you're talking about Leeds, definitely player of the year should be Rafinha. No contest. But yeah, what do you guys think? Who are going to win this crunch match here? Barcelona versus Eintracht Frankfurt. So far, I've got to say, Frankfurt have looked like they've had the better chances, man. I've got to admit, Frankfurt have looked decently impressive. Barcelona have looked extremely weak and cumbersome at the back. Extremely cumbersome. Very much so. But they were my favourites. They are the ones I do have my money on. And a decent chunk of money on them winning this tournament. So I hope they do go all the way. I'd like to see Rangers get themselves to a semi-final as well. That would be nice. A semi-final at Ibrox. That would be rocking. Rafa is to get player of the year. If not, he'll probably get fans player of the year. Well, there's no one else that could... I mean, if you can give me one name that could seriously even rival Rafinha, then I'd listen to you. But you can't get any. You mean Real Madrid is owned by... I'm pretty sure both of them are. I know Real Madrid are owned by the government, which I said, but I'm pretty sure Barcelona are as well. I'm 90% sure that Barcelona have some sort of government funding. I'm 99% sure. Yeah, there you go. Bang. Spanish government found guilty of illegally funding 7 clubs, including Real Madrid and Barcelona. Look at this, man. Okay, that's, you know. Yeah, well, that's why they skirt around it because Barcelona and Real Madrid are fan-owned. Yeah, my candy ass. My candy ass are their fans pushing up that kind of money. Absolutely no chance. Wait till Dembele gets on. Well, the real man Dembele is playing in the West Ham game, and he did cause Cresswell to get sent off. If you're talking about Musa Dembele, but yeah, Ousmane Dembele, is he on the bench actually? When I check OneFootball on the PC, it doesn't actually show me the bench. It's really annoying. Let me have a little skim through here. Let me see. Did Frankfurt get a pen? They did, but it was disallowed by VAR. VAR disallowed the penalty. Do keep going. You're miles better than 90% of the... Well, thank you very much. Like I say, I think you're being too kind. I'm just a man at the end of the day. A man having fun. But thank you very much for the kind words, my man, Thomas Brennan. Good to have you in here again. Again, been quite a while, hasn't it, Thomas? Been quite a while since you've had a nice little chin wag. So many Lyon players I wish we could sign. Mate, you're telling me. Why did we not sign Cornet instead of Furpo? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Who do you support? Are you talking about Leeds? Not Barca. Paqueta is world class, mate. Paqueta is actually. Hang on a second. Let's just have a little look at that team. They're really good at blooding through top youth players. Are Lyon? They have a really good academy system over there, and they kind of just swoop up a lot of the other teams. Swoop up a lot of the other team's talents. And Ndombele, I'd still take. I think he could do a job, I think Ndombele, look, when he was very lazy. Very, very, very lazy when he was at Tottenham. Very lazy. And that's why he didn't kick on. But you're talking about a guy with talent. That guy could go right to the very top. To quote the main man himself, Ari Redknapp. Aouar, a sexual player. Probably should be playing in Europe's premium tournament. And there are a lot of top 4 teams in England, a lot of other top teams that should be looking at it. Mendes Ribeiro. I've heard some good things about this guy, to be fair. I have heard some good things. I have a good friend who watches a lot more French football than me. And he's been telling me this. I remember the name sticks out. Because I called him a pack of ribs. He's meant to be a serious prospect. Jerome Boateng, Lukeba, Lopez, of course. Lopez, I mean, he's a veteran in the field. But yeah, if you're talking about 2 of the standout names, Paqueta and Aouar, I'm not sold on Dembele, if I'm honest. I'm not sold on Dembele. He seems a little bit clunky, if you ask me. A little bit too clunky. Hi, FIFA and Flagner. Mate, your name is a tongue twister. FIFA and Flagner, Jeff, Jam, Donut, Lols. What's going on, my boy? Paqueta is world class. Is that a bit too far, I think. World class. He could be on the track to being world class if he does it for another couple of years, if he keeps up this kind of form. A man doing a darn good job. I am criminally late. Mate, don't worry. You're not. I was criminally late myself. Like I said, I had a lot of other work to finish off. So I didn't start until half an hour in. But we're here anyway. You know what I mean? You're here. That's all that matters. You're here to be feared and to watch Barcelona tears if they don't pull through this one. What American players they're worth looking at? What American players are they worth looking at? Yes, man, I'll be in for the Leeds watch-along. Oh, you're damn right. What a game it is on Saturday. I'm already shitting bricks. I'm not going to lie to you. I am already absolutely shitting bricks. And we'll go into that a little bit more tomorrow with the South Stand stories. But today, of course, it is a hell of a lot of Europa League action. It's kind of nice to watch these other teams. You're less emotionally invested and you can just enjoy the football. You know what I mean? You can enjoy some quality football, some top quality football. Like I said, I did want to be here for the Real Madrid-Chelsea game, but I was on the midweek fix, if anyone knows what that is or watches that. Top guys, Joe Wayman and Lewis Deaton. Mispronounced his name. He got on to me for that one. So I was on there yesterday, so I wasn't able to do the PSG game, the Chelsea Real Madrid game, like I'd have wanted to. But it's all good. We're here now anyway. He's not lazy and Ndombele's in the same zone as Pogba. What are you talking about, fella? I'm sorry, I don't have the clips downloaded on my hard drive. But the amount of clips I saw, there's one where there's like 3 players passing around him and he's walking from position to position. He's not in the same position as Pogba. And Pogba's lazy himself, man. Pogba is lazy himself. He falls asleep half the time. But Ndombele's even worse, man. It's like the guy has like 5 zoots before every game. He's got smoker's lungs, man. Honestly. After about 5 minutes, he's gasping for air, man. Jeremy Doku is going to be a world-class player in a few years, mate. Jeremy Doku was on fire in the Euros. Absolutely on fire. That was the player that I thought was one of the underrated players of the tournament, if I'm honest. Really beautiful for Belgium. He was one of their best players, I think. Not gonna lie, I didn't know you were a Call of Duty JT zombie veteran, mate. What can I say? I'm a veteran in the world of COD zombies. It's one of my favorite. Well, COD is my favorite game of all time. Shortly followed by FIFA, probably Minecraft, then Rocket League. No, then GTA, then Rocket League, something like that. But yeah, no, zombies as well. Absolute creme de la creme. Zimmerman, Brooks, and Areola. Presume that's not the French Areola. Klostel, Zimmerman. There's a lot of talent coming from the States. There really is a lot of talent coming from the States. The league also booming as well. It's the only illegal football league in world football. Is the MLS. It's a questionable league, let's just say morally, ethically, and legally. Legally, I can't really throw things around there, I'm just going through what I've heard, alleged rumors and all that jazz. But yes, the MLS is certainly a bit fishy in the way that it's run, that's for sure. Which is obviously just a way to squeeze more investment into the league and try and raise the standard of American football. But if they ever want to be taken seriously, if that league ever wants to be taken seriously, it's going to have to add proper relegations and a proper tier system for clubs at the bottom to get in. Because I will never get on board. I can never understand. Oh my god, what the hell? My screen completely froze. Oh my days, BT Sport. What the hell, BT? What the hell, BT? It's 1-0. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god, my screen froze and it just cut to the goal. My screen froze and it cut to the goal. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh, that is so AIDS. That is so AIDS. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Why the hell was my time over there? Oh my god. It's 1-0 Eintracht Frankfurt. It's 1-0. Would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it? It's a corner. It finds its way to the edge of the box. And it's an absolute screamer. Oh my god, is that Nauf? I think that's Nauf. It is Nauf. The ball finds its way to the edge of the box and he kind of strikes it. When Kovacic scored that beauty against Liverpool and he's stepping back and he smashes it with the volley, he kind of strikes it like that, but with the outside of his right foot, and it curls away from the keeper beautifully, straight into that top right-hand corner. That is a sensational finish. And Barcelona trail 1-0 to Eintracht Frankfurt. Oh my god. Would you believe it? Wow. That is crazy. Eintracht Frankfurt, like I said, looking the more dangerous side today. But that is, there is absolutely no chance for Ter Stegen with that one. What a finish, son. What a hat, son. What a hat. Rocket League needs to be closer to the top. I can't put it on the same level of MC or COD, I'm afraid. Years wise. I get what you mean, but usually people say lazy because they expect to play. No, there's a difference between doing everything and doing your goddamn job, all right? There's a fine difference between that. And I'm afraid to tell you that he doesn't do the job in that midfield, yeah? Gone are the days where you can just have luxury players there. You need everyone on that team working their cojones off, yeah? Working their Jimmy Jones off. Coming off the pitch, sweating, aching, yeah? Giving it all, 110%. He's not, man. He's walking around lazily. He doesn't pick his man up enough for someone that likes to play that deep in the midfield. He can't get himself fit enough to start on a regular occasion. He had 3 managers and he wasn't fit enough for either of them. To be honest, I have BT and it's absolutely shocking. That usually is quite good. Usually I quite like it, especially because on their enhanced player, you can actually like rewind and pause and like sync it up with people, which is good, which everyone else doesn't let you do for some reason, which I've never understood. Although they kind of messed up the enhanced player. It used to be a lot better. It did used to be a lot better with its timeline and everything, but man, I don't know. It just completely glitched. I think it's because I have 2 open at the same time. The Braga Rangers and I keep saying I keep thinking France, Barcelona, Frankfurt versus Barcelona. Oh my god, do I have the desktop audio on? Oh, you can't hear the desktop audio. Good. Oh, good. Oh man, I realized in a couple of streams before I'd literally left the game sound on in the background, and I absolutely shat bricks. Absolutely shat bricks. Lamau salary cap. No, it's not even about the salary cap though. It's nothing to do with the salary cap. There's less competition in the MLS. The salary cap is one thing. It's like they have a salary cap in NFL and NBA, but it makes everyone's got everyone earns so much more over there as a base compared to everything else that it's done. That's why it works. Plus, there's no relegation and stuff, so that's why it's easy to do a salary cap. And in fact, it's less competitive over there because there's no competitive parity. You know what I mean? There's no jeopardy if you lose a few games. There's no jeopardy of relegation. It's, you realize you're not going to make a title charge a few months in, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, let's just sack this in then. What's the point? Let's just chill on the beach. That's all I need to do. Salary cap, to be honest, I have BT. I'm an ultimate team flag. No chance to Stegen. Anyway, got to go, be back later. See ya, mate. See ya in just a bit. See ya. To hopefully see Barcelona come through with a crushing victory. I'd like to see Barcelona do it, I'd like to see him win the Europa League. Be nice. I guess it'd be cool to see an upset, see Frankfurt go through. But the Europa League is just a lot more exciting with a Barcelona in it. It just is. Like, let's be real here. It just is. Gonna miss the Watford match, I'm afraid. What you got a golf game, is it again? I know, do you play golf most Saturdays, is it? Because I always see, whenever we have like an early Saturday kickoff, you seem to be coming back from golf. And I presume that's the good day for it. Relegation is what the game makes the game so good and encompasses nearly half the league. Exactly, mate. Exactly. And it makes winning even more sweeter. It's you need relegation and promotion, which is why they've brought this new thing in. How everyone was so trusting of UEFA, and everyone was so ready to get straight up UEFA's backside when the whole Super League thing was going on. And don't get me wrong, I hate the Super League more than anyone. I was sickened by it. But UEFA are no better, because they're bringing out a new system where, depending on your European coefficient, you're going to be able to qualify without even getting top 4 in your league. It's stupid, man. That's not competition. That is fraudulence, is what it is. Oh my god, hang on a second. Frankfurt could be 2 up here. Frankfurt through. Oh, he dinked it to the back sticks. It's a terrible cross. Oh my god, that is one of the most wasteful crosses I've ever seen in my career. That was absolutely woeful. Rangers smashing Dortmund was great, mate. That was absolute limbs. At the Ibrox as well. Whew. Oh my god, hang on a second. Mate, Barcelona are getting absolutely dissected, man. Absolutely dissected. Golfing big time this weekend. Big game, yeah. Got a few games back to back. Nice little mini tournament, something like that. Couple of beer. Hopefully it's sunny. I don't know. I thought the weather was meant to be decent. I didn't know if it was going to be that good on Saturday. But if it's sunny, you know, couple of rounds of golf, couple of beers, sounds like a good Saturday, man. Sounds like a good Saturday morning indeed, or Saturday afternoon, should I say. Now, I get the relegation part. Yeah, exactly. And that's... But the argument is, does a wage cap really work in a system like that? And would a wage cap properly work in football sense? No, because the argument is, if you do that, then the other European... If the Premier League does that, then the other European leagues will thrive. Because all of a sudden, Barcelona and Real Madrid and or all these German teams or something, they'll be like, well, hey, come over here, baby. Got some of that sweet old Benjamin Franklin over here. We'll give you a lot more money there. So then you say, well, why don't UEFA come out and make a whole European salary cap, you know, for everyone? And wow, that sounds great in theory, doesn't it? It sounds perfect, you know. Wage gap, and it's going to be a wage cap, and it's going to be across all of Europe's top leagues. So therefore, perfect. No one's going to be going to other leagues as a result of it, and you can put it in, right? Well, first of all, they're probably too greedy to do that. Second of all, they're greedy because they probably lose the ability to become the premium competition, because all of a sudden, everyone goes over to Saudi Arabia, everyone goes over to Qatar, everyone goes over to China. Everyone goes over to America where they can earn more money, and they start getting all the good players. So it's the wage cap thing in football sense is really weird. The reason why it works in American sports is because there is only American sports, like the NFL, the NBA, like this kind of top level basketball and American football. Oh, not real football, by the way. You barely kick it, man. How's it called football? But that's a story for another day. But those sports are only really competed majorly in North America. That's why you can put a salary caps in there and it works. When there's so many other countries involved and it's the world game, then I'm sorry, but it's capitalism and money rules. So whoever refuses to pay will just end up paying more money. Someone else will end up paying more money. That system is a piss take. Frankfurt is playing better than Barca. That's not a surprise, at least for me. Frankfurt, actually, I thought Frankfurt were going to be in serious trouble. You know, a few years ago when they had that really high-flying side with Haller and Jovic, and then they had to sell those two. They had to kind of rejig the system around. And I thought they'd kind of struggle because they're not necessarily a team that has ludicrous amounts of wealth behind them. I mean, a lot of German clubs aren't, you know, with their 50-50 ownership model that they have over there. Of course, the only side to break that is RB Leipzig, which are not fan-owned, which is why a lot of other Bundesliga teams really despise RB Leipzig. Like, for people that don't really watch the Bundesliga much, or know much about German football, Leipzig are obviously a team you would know of because they've been very successful over the past 10 years in Europe. But, man, they are public enemy number one over there. Everyone absolutely hates them, which you can see a point for. You can see a point for. But, yeah, no, Frankfurt are really, especially in this second half, dominating them. Like, the first half, I thought Barcelona had some good possession, but again, the more dangerous chances were being created by Frankfurt. And right now, in this second half, it has been all Eintracht Frankfurt. All of them. Won a competition, and the prize was to play more golf anyway in any away day in the Dales. Oh, away day in the Dales. I don't know where the Dales is, but a good away day. And so I'm guessing, is it a free couple more rounds of golf? That's sick, man. That sounds live. It's the middle ground still because 3 players in a team get a top contract. Yeah, but what happens when that 4th player gets good and then they're like, why am I? And then what if you want to sign someone and they're going to become your top player, and then one of your other 3 top players gets pushed down into a middle tier contract, and now all of a sudden that upsets the dressing room, and then all of a sudden everything just goes tits up. Who knows? But what I do know is that Barcelona are on the verge of turning things around here because 2 real deal players here, yeah? 2 source demons are coming onto the pitch for the Catalan Giants. It is Ousmane Dembele and, of course, the main man, Frankie de Jong. I almost call him Frankie de Jong. It's Frankie de Jong. What a player, man. What a player. Did you see his goal in the last leg against Napoli? Woo! That whip on that into the top bins. Mwah. Beautiful. What a technically gifted player. Such a beautifully appeasing player. Then Dembele as well, another guy who hasn't really filled a lot of his potential. I used to say that he'd be better than Mbappe. Would you believe it, man? China's gone now as far as footy is concerned. Not that, I mean, they kind of messed it up. They had that, the governments had to come in because these clubs were basically all getting sued because they were promising players contracts they couldn't pay them for. And now they brought in like 100%, they brought in 100% tax rule over there. So they have kind of squashed that whole Chinese resurgence in terms of footballing sense. But mate, Qatar and Saudi Arabia, you know, look at what Qatar have done just to try and boost their global status and their sporting status for the World Cup. And they would do the exact same thing for their footballing leagues if the opportunity presented itself. And they already are, but just not to as much of a mass scale. A European salary cap would make less sense because every country has different viewership revenue. Exactly. But that's the reason why they'd want to do it. That's the reason why it would somewhat make sense, and because why all these other clubs want to is because everyone is jealous of the British money. The money you get in the Premier League absolutely pisses on everything else. That's why they brought the Super League up in the first place, because they're like, it's not fair. The sponsorship and revenue deals you get in England is ridiculously high compared to everyone else. You get more money for getting relegated from the Prem than you do for like winning the Bundesliga. It's mad. The Championship is the 5th richest league in the world. It's like 100 grand poorer than Ligue 1. As West Ham open the scoring they open the scoring against Lyon. It's 1-0 West Ham, is it? It's Jared Bowen with the goal. Would you believe it? West Ham could be making their way to a European semi-final. Obviously, it's just the first leg, but Jared Bowen opening the scoring for them. That is big. Do you enjoy watching Bundesliga? I do enjoy watching Bundesliga. I do. I think it's good. I think it's actually one of the better leagues. It's one of my more favorite leagues to watch, if I'm honest. Probably La Liga and then Bundesliga. And then Serie A. It goes in between, like, depends what teams are playing good football and stuff and what I'm feeling. But I do like the Bundesliga. I really do like it. I used to really love Dortmund when I was younger as well. So I used to watch a lot of, pretty much all of their games. So that kind of gave me an extra invested interest in the Bundesliga. Evening all, singing for Barcelona, Braga and West Ham tonight. Why those few specifically? Have you got a cheeky accumulator on, mate? Have you slapped a cheeky few quid on BetBall? Bit of Acker action. Bit of Chris Acker boosty, if you will. As a Barca fan, I expected a tough game away from home in that atmosphere. Mate, the atmosphere there is rocking. Especially behind the goal. They do not stop jumping. How they haven't... I mean, those fans, when they get to the age of like 40, 50, must all have to have knee replacement. Because they are jumping up and down on this rock-hard concrete for hours on end. Literally hours on end. 360 quid if full 3 comes in. Woo! So what did you need? Braga, Barca, West Ham. Oh my days. And ironically enough, it's the one that brought you the least revenue. The one with the worst odds is the one screwing you over right now. Oh my god, hang on. What play? Oh, what a goal! Oh, that is beautiful. And Frankie de Jong, the difference maker. What did I tell you? Absolute sauce demon. Oh, what a goal. The build-up play there. Lovely crossfield ping. Dembele shoulders it down. Drags the ball inside. Spots Frankie, plays the 1-2 with Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres gets it back, whips it into the bottom left-hand corner. But the flick from Frankie de Jong to Ferran Torres in the first place, absolutely sensational, man. Class on grass. Gets the ball back from Torres. Of course, opens his body up. Flicks it back into him there. Oh, orgasmic stuff, man. Absolutely sensational. Dembele on, and Dembele played a key part in that. It was the two subs. It was the two subs. What a change by Xavi. What a change. And what a change Rangers have just made. Bringing the main man, Kemar Roof, on. Kemar about to raise the roof in Braga. And your 360 quid could be coming in for you, Bremner. Bremner's ghost. Dirty oil money. Mate, money is money. All this money is dirty. Let's be real here. All this money's dirty. That Spanish government money that's being used to fund Barcelona, Real Madrid, allegedly fund them. Sorry, I'm not throwing accusations around. Allegedly fund these clubs isn't exactly clean. The money that is used from American organizations, these American billionaires, the Stan Kroenkes, the Glazers, let me tell you something. That money is just as dirty as the Saudi money. Just as dirty. It's come straight out of a mud bath, has that money. You know, the Russian oligarch monies from the likes of Roman Abramovich, that's dirty money. All the money's dirty, man. Leeds money isn't dirty. My candy ass, man. Leeds' money has been rubbed in grease. Absolutely rubbed in grease. Saudi money great until they want to own a club. Mate, it's hypocritical. The Saudi money, the Saudi Arabian government are making deals with our government, but yet when they want to buy Newcastle, all of a sudden it's such a travesty. How can it be all right for them to make deals with the royal family and shake hands with the Queen, but when they want to do something in footballing sense, it's wrong? I mean, there's dirty money everywhere. It's dirty money everywhere, which is when I see people like, oh, why would you sell your souls for QSI investment or for Saudi money? It's just a load of rubbish, man. It's all, the game, like, there's no clean money or honest ownership anymore in football. It's long past that. Unless if you want to go to grassroots non-league level, then go ahead and knock yourself out. But at the elite level of sport, at the pinnacle level of sport, we are long past that in football. Long shot past that. It's all murky. Equalizer for Barca, indeed. Vamos, carajo. Vamos, culer, carajo. Fingers crossed now, bro, indeed. Leeds' money is about as white as my dick. If you know what I mean. More bothered about the gambling company sponsors than dirty owners. Mate, well, I'm not worried about the gambling companies. Mate, look at this. Sabo Bet. Sabo Top Bet. They're a betting company. I love a bit of them. Don't get me wrong. I love betting companies, mate. They are absolutely beautiful, mate. Gambling sponsors just make sport even more open to corruption, if it's even possible. Yeah, true. There was a lot more dirty gambling back in the day, and there still is. There still is a lot more. But it used to be owned by the mobs, man. The mobs used to run English football, all the footballs, especially Italy. Have you guys seen the Calciopoli crisis? That was, I mean, that will stagger your eyes. The deepness and the levels, the deep entrenched fraudulence that Italian football was in. That's why Juventus actually got relegated all the way down to the bottom tier, because they were found match fixing so much. Sabotop are just one of many Chinese-owned companies based out of the Philippines to avoid Chinese corruption laws. Yeah. Depends how you feel about gambling companies. Technically, you could say they are detrimental to people's health, but so are alcohol companies. I mean, they are really taking over everything now, aren't they? Our gambling companies. They're everywhere. Look at this. I mean, look, Rangers sponsored by Unibet. Braga are sponsored by Betteryo. Barca are sponsored by RakuBet. Indeed sponsor Frankfurt, which is a jobs finder, so that's not really a betting company. But 3 out of the 4 that I'm looking at right now are betting companies. And I'm wearing another one. HITC 7. Or HITC even a... What are they? I just know about their YouTube channel, to be honest. And the other sports content that they produce. I didn't think they were a betting company. Although HITC, in terms especially their social media side, has really been sucker punched at the loss of basically their driving force, the main man, Irish guy, piecing off to do his own thing. And yeah, they're going to need a bit of a rebuilding process to get back up there. Hang on a second, what's going on here? Someone's on the floor. Someone's been hacked and slashed down for Barcelona. Let me just check the other scores on the doors real quick. Hang on a second. Hang on a tickaroonie. Come on. Braga still leading Rangers. Of course, I've got that on my screen. Frankfurt, yeah, drawing. West Ham still leading Olympic Lyon. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, no, they're not. As I say that, literally this second, guess who scored? We were talking about him at halftime. Someone, I mean, some crazy person called him lazy. I don't know. I think it was Gav, wasn't it? You just wouldn't shut up about how lazy he is. I was trying to tell you he's a hard-working man, this guy. But he has just leveled the scoring for Olympic Lyon. Tanguy, whatever you want to call him, Tanguy Wongi and Dombele has just leveled the scoring for Olympic Lyon. And like I said, a baller. You know, the ability on him is mad. Yes, the YouTube channel. Check out their video on the gambling company sponsor. I haven't seen that, actually. I'll give it a check. Give it a check. On HITC 7s or the actual HITC Sport channel? Because there's 2. I missed the Barca goal. Who scored? Ferran Torres. Torres? It's not even Torres. It's just Torres. Ferran Torres. A beautiful play with him and Frankie de Jong, though. Frankie de Jong. Sorry. Beautiful 1-2 flick. Nice play in by Dembele. HITC 7s, yeah. Dembele, what a player. Loves to play wide, but picks up moments to come century. Yeah, but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done much this game. It's not like he's set the world alight since coming on. But when will he kick on and truly become the player he can be, though? That's the question with Dembele. He is going to be leaving this summer. Where's he going to go, though? Where's he going to go? As Tavernier whips it into the back. Sticks! And it's headed well wide by Godson. And Rangers still trail to Braga. Bremner's ghost absolutely eking out a brick out of his anus as that ball whizzes past the post there. Almost seeing 360 quid flash before his very own eyes. Missed the Lyon goal. Well, I didn't see it. I don't have the Lyon goal up, to be honest. I just saw it. I was just checking One Football, if you will, or a unnamed company, if anyone wants to pay me some moolah. And as I refreshed it, I was like, oh, West Ham's still leading. Press the refresh button at the top. What do I see just that second? Tanguy, and Dombele slotting it in. Well, I didn't actually see him slot it in, but I textually saw him slot it in. Dembele is the perfect play. Oh, absolutely. I'll bite your hand off for an Ousmane Dembele. That's for damn sure. I'll give him Forshaw as well, mate. Give him anyone. Seven Phillips. But like I said, man, the potential he had and has and what he could have been, it's kind of mad where he is right now. A lot of questions over his discipline and obviously injury record. His injury record hasn't helped him. He's been very unfortunate with injuries. He's struggled to stay fit. But yeah, when he was at Dortmund, oh, what a player. What a player when he was at Dortmund. And another thing I really like about him, and I don't get how there are so many professional footballers that are so one-footed. I do not understand that. How, when you're paid to train football every single day, how can you be so one-footed? I don't get it. Yeah, for maybe you have a slightly stronger foot genetically, but how some of these players like Robin van Persie, who is just so one-footed, I don't get it. But Dembele, both-footed. He can cut in on either side. He can do anything. Just so much more versatility, so much more disguise, flair to his game. So much harder to defend against as a defender. I think if Dembele stays fit, he could be a world beater. Whenever he's fit, he produces. He was this season. He started to produce a bit more, especially since Xavi's come in. He has been a bit hit and miss in the past, though. He has tended to be a bit hit and miss, especially in big games. I mean, who can forget him missing that sitter in the last minute of that Barcelona Liverpool 3-0 thumping, and of course it led to Liverpool coming back and winning 4-3 in the second leg. But no, absolutely. Absolutely. When he's on form, he's on form. Kemar Roof can equalise for Rangers, hopefully. Did you see Somerville's hat-trick for the under-23s? If Raf goes, that lad is ready to step up, mate. He is. I've been saying, out of all our youth players, Somerville is the one I've been most excited for. And I said it to Joe as well, and he was coming at me saying, no, I think he's the worst. I was like, are you crazy, man? Somerville is the real deal. Ever since that Fulham game, the class I see in him. Again, he's one of those beautiful players I love to watch. The low center of gravity, the ability to slide in and out of players. He's so good, man. He's a little bit for the men's game. He seems a little bit weak right now. He needs to work on his strength a bit more, but technically, beautiful. Hi JT, good to see a Leeds collaboration with Lewis Deaton and Joe last night for the Burnley Everton match. Not a good result for Leeds. No, would have preferred a draw. Would have preferred a draw. That was ideal. It's not the worst result for Leeds, but I would have preferred a draw. But yeah, no, it's good. They're good lads, like I say. Don't have a bad word to say about either of them. Top guys, funny guys, good crack. I thoroughly enjoy it. And thanks for whenever they want me, Thanks for having me on. It's good to be over there. He's negotiating a new contract at Barca right now. Yeah, but where then? This doesn't make any sense then, because Barcelona really want this man on my back, Rafinha, the sauciest Brazilian to ever grace the game. Where are you gonna play? Where are you gonna play him if you keep Dembele? That doesn't make any sense. Unless if you just keep Dembele and don't go for Rafinha. But Dembele, I all from what I'm reading, it seems like he's primed and ready to go to PSG. I guess that would especially also hinge on whether or not Mbappe went over to Real Madrid. I think if Mbappe does go to Real Madrid, what you could see is Dembele find his way over to Barcelona, or Dembele find his way over to PSG, and then Rafinha go to Barcelona. But if you signed another winger now, then you've already got Ferran Torres, Adama Traore, who you've only just brought over. Yeah, I know it's a loan deal kind of thing. So you might be able to get away with that one, because I believe it was an option to buy, not an obligation to buy. But Ferran Torres, him and Dembele, and then another one. I don't understand. I do think you probably should keep Traore. See what you can do under Xavi, who's got you playing some good stuff. What do you think about Xavi, by the way, as a manager? Obviously, I know you're going to be biased as well as a Barcelona fan. You'd love to see him do well. But what do you objectively think about how he's transformed this team? Because I think he's done a sensational job so far. Oh, my God. Frankfurt almost cutting back with what would have been a sucker punch for Barcelona right now, the way they've been playing over the past 5 minutes. What a smoky stadium as well, man. The flares, it's like they're setting off firecrackers back there, Frankfurt. Beautiful stadium as well, man, from this undershot. Oh. That would be, the atmosphere in there just would be absolutely insane. Absolutely. How big is that? Where are they right now? It's been a good game as well, yeah. Let me check. $51,000, is it? Oh. Yeah. That is a beautiful stadium, man. 51,500. Lovely stadium. As much chance of Roof scoring, getting a red than scoring. Obviously I take him. Where do you think Kane will go? Harry Kane. Harry Class A Kane. Or Harry Kane, blood. As Antoine Griezmann would call him. Or would say it, rather. City. I think he'll go City. I think he will eventually move to City. I can't say him staying at Spurs. No, I've got to disagree with you there, Romsk. He's not going to stay at Spurs. No chance. No Jimmy Jones. I will literally tattoo a literal foreskin on the sole of my foot if Harry Kane stays at Spurs for another year. It's not going to happen, yeah? It's not going to happen, yeah? In fact, I will get a tattoo of a Spurs badge, yeah? If he stays. Not going to happen. I'm telling you, man. It isn't going to happen. And Darwin Núñez to Bayern. Yeah, that would be a good move. That would be a good move. Good finish from him the other day against Liverpool. Good finish by Darwin Núñez as well. That'd be an intriguing move. Although, why would you want to move to a Europa League side? Am I right? Not that they will get. I don't know why I said that. Like they're going to be pushed into the Europa League, but a side that are going to be knocked out of the Champions League for sure because Unai Emery is playing literal 4D chess. A literal 4D chess. What a gangster, man. What a guy. He's some European specialist. The only side he hasn't won the Europa League with was Arsenal, and he got them to the final. And if they'd let him play Mkhitaryan and they weren't playing in a country where for some reason a player can't go over there, which is another debate for itself, or not a debate, a stupid ruling. But yeah, I think they could have done the business because I think Aubameyang was very key for Arsenal in that Europa League run. Not Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan was very key for Arsenal in that Europa League run. And had he played in the final against Chelsea, I think could have seen a different story as Dembele weaves in, plays it through to Alba. Oh, it's a terrible cross by Alba. It is a wasteful, woeful cross by Alba. Clipping that. You can clip it all you want, fella. He is not staying at Tottenham. Not for another year. No chance, man. As Everton, Man United is going to be on at 12 o'clock kickoff, I believe, or 12:30 kickoff on a Saturday. So if you are intrigued into the relegation battle for the Premier League, we're going to know a lot more about it by the time the 3 o'clock kickoffs kick off on Saturday. And I never thought I'd be saying this, but hopefully Man United get a win. I know. I never thought I'd say those. I never thought I'd mutter those words in my life, but I have. Where's Haaland going then? Haaland will probably go Real Madrid. He'll probably go Real Madrid. He might stay for another year at Dortmund, to be fair, but then he'll probably go Real Madrid. Xavi's debuts at Barca are impressive. Do you mean his the players he's debuting? If so, yes, they are. Rafinha, 65 million. I'm happy to have his Barca move, mate. We need more than 65 million. I'm not happy with that price tag at all. I think it's worth a lot more than that. JT, did you see mate Kieran Rant's meltdown at Everton during his Burnley watch along? Kept saying Everton. Mate, I don't blame him. Mate. It's absolute travesty for him, mate. I feel peak. I feel peak for him, man. I really don't blame him. And yes, I did see it. I dropped him a little line of condolences myself. I did drop him a little line. Top guy, by the way. If anyone doesn't know, or wants to, if there is an Everton fan that anyone is thinking of watching, they don't really know any, go check out Kieran Rants, mate. I tell you, he's the best in the business from them. Pumps out content like nobody's business. He's funny. He makes good quality stuff. He knows his football. One of the hardest working out of all of them. And if you are going to check out any Everton Don, that is the man to go for, by the way. Really top guy. I think Xavi's done a great job, reinstalled the Barca identity, which is all we Barca fans can ask for. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think he really has. He's got these young players working really well as well, which is quite funny, actually. I was hearing a lot of people say before Messi even left. And I know you would never actually want Messi to leave, but in order to rebuild Barca, you potentially needed a player like Messi to leave because everything was centered around him. So you did need like a complete culture shock and refresh to the whole system. And obviously you'd take Messi over anything, but yeah. It's really looking positive for Barcelona now when they had a really bleak month or so. But this is the way it always seems to go with Barcelona and Real Madrid. Barcelona and Real Madrid, everyone makes a big deal about how they're crumbling or whatever. They'll fall down for a couple of years and then they just come firing back on all cylinders. And they're back killing the scene. I remember when it was the Super Cup in the summer. And Real Madrid absolutely battered Barca like 4-1. And it was, who was that? Asensio scored an absolute rocket. That's when everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing. And everyone were like, Barcelona are done. They're completely done for. They went on and won the league that year. Romped the league, in fact. Like, Barcelona and Real Madrid are so topsy-turvy. It's mad. Like, that's an actual two-horse league. I mean, having said that, Atletico are the current champions, but I was more referring to, like, a Bayern Munich Dortmund, where it's just Bayern Munich dominating every year. Hang on a second, Frankie de Jong! Oh, that was close. Where did Barcelona get this injection of cash to recruit so many players recently? Were there to let Messi go because they couldn't afford him? Yeah, because of the way their finances were structured. Like I say, it's all a bit weird. The way these clubs get their money. They're in so much debt, Barcelona, and now they suddenly have loads of money to spend. It was more the wage bill thing that they had to get rid of him for. That was more the reason why they had to let him go, but they fudge money around like nobody's business. And they did sell a few players as well. If Rafa's a good World Cup, then as Brazil's number 10, he'll be worth at least 150 mil. Why? Yeah, 150 mil is a bit crazy, but yeah. He'd definitely be worth at least 100. Kane will say if Conte gets his money. No, he won't. No, he won't. And he'd be stupid to stay. He wants to win trophies. He doesn't want to go through his whole career without winning a trophy. Yeah? And he will, like, even if Conte stayed, why would he want to stay there when he could go to Man City and guarantee himself trophies at this stage of his career and guarantee himself even more goals? Go and break the record for the all-time Premier League leading goal scorer, which I think is something he wants to do, which is why he's more likely to go to Man City than to move on the continent. Play under Pep Guardiola. No chance he stays because of Conte. No chance. And they won't. They won't give him enough money for the fact that for the ability for Spurs to compete with the likes of a Klopp Liverpool team or a Guardiola City team. It won't happen, man. Is it too late to eat a Cadbury cream egg, people? It's never too late to eat a Cadbury cream egg. I wasn't the biggest fan of it myself. They changed it around. They changed the recipe after I turned 10. After like 2010 or something. I don't know when Cadbury's got bought by Kraft, the American company. They changed the actual chocolate they were putting in there, and it was just never hit the same, never slapped the same. A lot of their products they actually did. The OG Cadbury chocolates they were using, a lot of their products changed once Kraft fully took over, and it's just not the same. I think Traore will help back to Wolves. He hasn't been producing in the last 2 months. Well, I've got to disagree with you there. Traore has been fantastic, I think. Whenever I've seen him play for Barcelona, he has been very, very good. Very good. I think the Spanish league suits him well. But like I said, it all depends if they're going to keep Dembele or not. Even then, I like seeing Traore in the Spanish league. I think the style of football suits him better. The pace of the game seems to suit him better. And the physicality as well, because he is so strong. He can bully players in this league. Kind of hoping that Scum and Toffees draw. Hard to describe what I want more. Scum to miss out on Europe. Or, mate, I'm sorry, but I just need... I need Man U to win that one. I need Man U to win it. I need him to win it. That's what I need right there. I know. Never thought I'd be saying that in my life. Really never thought I'd see the day where I come out with that one, but I do. Yeah, I've got to disagree with you about the Traore thing, but he could still go to Wolves, like you say. If Barcelona were to go for Rafinha and keep Dembele, then you probably would see Traore go to Wolves or sign for someone else. Maybe Leeds would sign Traore. Maybe they'd do that. Maybe they'd buy Traore and then swap him as the part of the Rafinha one. Is there another team Rafinha can go to? Potentially PSG one and potentially PSG. Look, I don't mind. As long as he doesn't go to another English club, I'm fine. Look, obviously I'd love to keep him for forever and ever. But it's probably not going to happen. He wants to go. Deco's being a little snake in the grass. And he probably will go. Let's be real here. But as long as it's to a team on the continent and it's not another English club, I'm fine. If he goes to a Chelsea or, God forbid, a Man U, yeah, that would leave a very bitter taste in my mouth. That's for damn sure. Spotify deal. Barcelona got a Spotify deal. Isn't that meant to kick in next year? If I believe correctly, or is it already kicked in? Would you sign a player from Everton? Should they go down? Nope, not one. Maybe Dele Alli. No, not Dele Alli. Can't really think of one. Oh, Jordi Alba slipped on his arse again, man. Oh, again, Jordi Alba absolutely squanders what could have been a great opportunity for Barcelona. 3 minutes left of added time. This game has really kind of drifted away in the past 20 minutes. There hasn't been a lot of action to speak about at all. But Frankfurt fans very happy with this result, leading, or rather drawing 1-1 going into the second leg at the Camp Nou. I wouldn't be too happy with, well, I guess it's a decent result. But at the Camp Nou, I think you'll see Barcelona really turn on the styles. Americans don't do chocolate. Nope. Mate, they can't. American chocolate. America, like all their other foods and snacks and stuff, is so much more unhealthy. There's so much more variety. And a lot of it generally is meant to be nicer, even though some of it is questionably not. But chocolate, they cannot do at all. Would happily take DCL, not DLC. Downloadable. Would happily take downloadable content pack. Gray and Richarlison from Everton. Gray, maybe I'd take. But more of a silver hair kind of guy. Man City going to have some big departures this year. Are they really, though? Who? What big departures? If Barcelona keep Dembele and Traore, they don't need Rafa. Yeah, but that's why I don't understand. That's why I think they're pretty much... Oh! Rangers almost coming back with an equaliser there. Hang on a second. It's Ryan Kent on the left-hand side of the box, whipping it in. And it's a terrible cross. Yeah, that's why I don't think they will... I don't think they will keep on to Dembele. I think he might be gone. Spotify invested 300 million into Barca so they can do some buying. Again, though, these whole sponsorship deals kind of things are a little bit murky. They are. Like, people know each other who are kind of... Look, allegedly, let's just say, there may be some clubs out there whose owners pay companies to sponsor them and fund money back into that club. Hypothetically, in a hypothetical league out there, there may have been some clubs that potentially conceived that idea in their heads of funding money around that way. Potentially. You know, who knows if something like that will ever happen. But there are hypothetical scenarios in which something like that could occur. Not saying that in this case that's the case. I'm really not. But there are hypothetical scenarios where people have pondered certain hypotheses like that. Oh, as Rangers screwed that attack up. That could have been their last big chance there. Football Hipster TV, my guy. How are you, boy? How are you? A new man. I ain't seen that beautiful picture or name ever in my life. Welcome to the channel, my boy. Traore started really well. I like him a lot, but he stopped producing in the last few weeks. Xavi benched him every game since. Yes, he has. He has fallen off the ball a little bit. He did start off like a house on fire. But yeah, like I say, he may have fallen off recently, but he can still come back. Give him some time. Never know. Traore's not really a start. No, at the moment, no. But because Dembele and Ferran Torres have been producing. Why do I keep calling him Torres? Just Torres. There goes my bet. Oh yeah. Oh, poor guy. That's a rough one. Filthier there, man. Filthier there. Barcelona as well. Like I said, the one you would have got worse odds on. Had you ironically put a Barcelona Eintracht Frankfurt draw on the table, you would have made more money. Actually, no, West Ham didn't even win. I'm chatting was. Don't listen to me. I'm chatting absolute rubbish. But, of course, it does end 1-1 in that game. The Rangers-Braga game has just hit the full-time whistle as well. 1-0 to Braga in that one. West Ham versus Olympic Lyon still going, I believe, in the 90th minute, is it? Is it still going? Let's have a little look. Is it still going? When is the full-time whistle? No, it's still in stoppage time there. 90 plus 1. 1-1, the score on the door. Let me switch over to that game, actually. What's it on? No, I don't care. Why are they showing me Leicester versus PSV Eindhoven over that? Alright? I don't care about the Conference League, pal. Alright? Maybe in the final. Why did they even add the Conference League? Come on. Oh, 8 minutes of added time, you know. 8 minutes of added time. My Kent, man. Oh. Nah, it's not full time at West Ham. There's 8 minutes of added time. 8 minutes. 8 minutos. De otro vento tiempo. De otro tiempo. Barca hasn't paid in full for any recent transfer. Ferran Torres was negotiated to be paid in installments over 5 years with added bonuses. Yeah, exactly. That's how a lot of these deals are being done nowadays. Kind of like the Nicola Pepe one. The Nicola Pepe one, they're paying him over like 5 years, our Arsenal. I didn't actually know the Ferran Torres one was like that, though. How long is there? Is there on that one? To pay it off, obviously. There must have been some serious time wasting in that game. I don't know how... I mean, like I said, I wasn't watching it. There was a red card in the first half, but there's probably been some injury. I can only presume there's been a big injury or something. And someone's been down for a while. Hang on a second. Oh. West Ham almost conceding a late winner by Dembele there. Could have been the day of the Dembeles. If Leeds stay up, I could potentially see Leeds by adopting a former Red Bull format of recruiting players, i.e. young players with similar potential like Minamino playing style. Well, it depends if you're looking at an RB Leipzig or an RB Salzburg kind of mold. But yeah, we could potentially operate in a manner like that. It's not what I want to see, but it could potentially happen. Hang on a second. It's whipped all the way to the back sticks. Ah, that is terrible by Johnson. Johnson absolutely shanking that one. And Fabianski slaps his lanky torso onto the ball. The London Stadium absolutely nerves jangling right now. Wait, they're smiling. They're big chilling, man. To be fair, they're just enjoying it, aren't they? They're enjoying their European adventure. Can you blame them? Oh no, Declan Rice has just gifted that away there. And again, Lyon come through on the counter-attack. Lyon come forward again, but it's good defending by Johnson. Johnson again hoofing it away. Is the Hammers Cresswell related to Charlie? I don't think so. No. He could be, but I don't think he is, no. Leeds should go for Leo Dubois. Great right back. I need to do a bit more research on Leo Dubois. Like I said, though, Tavernier is the man. That's the man you got to go for there. That is reasonably priced that we'd be able to get our hands on. Oh! Oh, my days. What a cross by Gusto. Dembele with a very, very good chance there. Declan 150, mate, that's a load of rubbish. No way. No way. If they pay 150 million pounds for Declan Rice, and they want to, but how are Leeds getting shafted, man? Honestly, we're so weak when it comes to negotiations. We overpay for players, and then we undervalue our own players. Like a club like West Ham, they're just staying strong and they're forcing expensive money like that. Like, how can they charge that much for Declan Rice, but yet Leeds are only potentially going to sell would only potentially sell Phillips for 60 million or Rafinha for 65 million, but yet, like, mate, it's nothing to do with London prices. It's Premier League prices. Leicester City also do it. Yeah? Maguire was wanted by Man U. They forced them to pay 80 million pounds. They held on till the last day of the season. But yet, the second things going with Leeds, we just start undercutting ourselves and we overpay. I don't get it, man. I don't know what we're doing with those negotiations, but transfer-wise, we are shocking, man. We are shocking. We've been shocking for quite a while. Yes, look, you could probably argue that Declan Rice would be more expensive than Phillips by a bit because he is a bit younger, even though I think he's a worse player. Rice will go for less than 80 million. No, I don't think he will. I think 80 million is about the minimum. 80 million pounds. That is, not euros. 80 million euros is like, what, 60, 70 million pounds? He'll go for at least 80 million pounds because, as well, West Ham are in Europe, so they have more money coming in. So that's why they're able to hold out for more. Also, he is pretty young. He is young. What is he now? 24, Declan Rice? What is he? 23. 23 even, yeah. Wow, yeah. What a player, man. What a player. Rice will go for Lace. Yeah. That was, how many years left on his contract? That's a good point. He signed a 5-year contract, including an average salary of 156,000. Well, carrying a cap hit of 156. Rice will earn a base salary of 156,000. What? A year? What is this rubbish? Weekly salary, 3 grand. What? That's a load of rubbish, mate. 3 grand. Yeah, I mean, sure, you get bonuses up to his ear. Are you joking me? 3 grand a week. Absolute Macintosh, man. These sites are so full of gash. Good night, JT. Good night, bro. It's a good night from me. Good night, guys. Good night, Joe. Good night, Bremner's Ghost. Nice to have you here. I will be wrapping up in a few minutes as well. Just waiting for this West Ham Lyon game to end. West Ham, it's backs to the walls right now in the last 30 seconds of gameplay. Contracts are not meaningless because they will not determine the price tag of a player. Kind of. Do you care to elaborate on that? I kind of get what you're saying, but I kind of don't. I kind of don't know what angle you're aiming at here. But it is, the 8 minutes should be up now. The whistle should be going. And that's a good result for West Ham on the basis of it. Defending for over half of the game with 10 men. A massive smile from the two managers as they shake hands and have a little hug. David Moyes looking a little bit more of a grimace with it though. But to defend that much for the last 10 minutes of the game, that is very, very impressive. Any chance of gaming tonight, pal? I don't know. I need to edit a South Stand Stories for tomorrow. I need to get on creating some stuff for that. So depending on how long that takes me in the next hour or two, then I'll let you know. I'll put a little post on my Instagram, something. But if not, then there should be more this weekend. Hopefully, like I said, but it depends how long this South Stand Stories is going to take me to get done. It depends. For a top player, it sets the market. It can do. But I mean, it can advise. It can twist the player's head, but in terms of negotiations between the two clubs, their wage doesn't really affect too much, in my opinion. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Huh? Oh, nope, nothing came out. One of those ones. Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. But yeah, anyway, that has been a good night of European football. Like I said, I do have to edit some stuff. Good night from Paris, mate. Hopefully we win on Saturday. Hope we do indeed. Hopefully I'll see you there on Saturday as well, my man. We'll be there from 2:45 sharp. Hit that like button. Speaking of hitting the like button, we've got 17 damn likes. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're liking from, but all I know is you 17 fine, saucy, sexy, charismatic, enigmatic individuals are absolute living legends. Been a pleasure speaking to you guys, as always. Been a pleasure covering these European games. I love the Europa League in the latter stages, the Champions League, of course. And we'll be back very soon for some more European football for that ass. Or for those asses, should I say. Those thick with triple C asses. But nonetheless, the next live stream will, of course, be Leeds United versus versus Watford. And be there on Saturday. Be there or be square. But for now, guys, like I said, thank you very much. If you haven't seen the latest The Week of Football, check it out. Check it out on the channel. I know there was a bit of a glitch with it where it wasn't properly getting put into recommendations because it was put in the live stream there instead. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But for now, guys, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I'll see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and sisters.